everyone, this is Eric Miller at the Mega Booth at M&M 2023, and I'm here again with Greg from Point Electronic. And so tell me, Greg, what else besides really cool knobs does Point Electronic do?
Well, we are quite a generic supplier. We design and make and sell electronics primarily for microscopy, but also with electronics comes software and knobs like these and all other auxiliary stuff that one might need.
You have anything? I saw you had a backscatter detector in your booth. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, this is one of the two things that we're launching this year. And one of them is a very bespoke, very specific backscatter detector for people that do in situ microscopy. And particularly when you work at high temperature, you have a lot of light coming from the sample, and that's a real problem for normal detectors. So we came out with some very exciting new technology, but it uses just electrodes, just metal electrodes coated whatever, in order to absorb these electrons that come from the sample, push away thermal electrons and so on, and just letting people to work at as well as possible in high temperature.
Yeah, so if you're using a heating stage, normally that heat is going to overload the emissions off of it, or going to overload your backscatter detector, which is normally what you would be using. And so you have a special backscatter detector that can withstand heat. Does it have like a certain range that it'll go up to, or?
Well, it will go as high as before components start falling off it. So it can go very high. It really depends on what kind of heating you're using. If you have a heater that's quite big, a crucible for example, then of course all this heat will go throughout the chamber. So then maybe you'll come at some lower limit. But if you're using like a laser heating system where the heating is very localized, then probably you can go to 1,500 or whatever temperatures.
So you have anything else besides your cool backscatter detector and your cool knobs? Anything else exciting that you have going on?
For sure, of course. So this was the SEM community. For the TM, we're pushing and we're showing a lot more details around our scan controller. And this is an external scan controller that you can use to either synchronize with third-party detectors and cameras and so on, or a scan controller you can use to do custom scans, like if you like a serpentine, like a Hilbert curve, or maybe a spiral, or maybe just a random scan for in painting.
So Greg, if people are interested in contacting you, how do they find you?
Well, if you need to find us, just come to pointelectronic.com. You will find some of our information there. If you need more, and I hope that you will, then just get in touch. Use the info at pointelectronic.com.
Thanks, Greg. We've got more from M&M 2023 coming up next. Thanks a lot.